So we've made it to the Cotswolds, and how beautiful is this for a scene? Check this out. So here she is, looking absolutely stunning. And look at this for a scene in the background with the lake. Absolutely beautiful. What a lovely evening shot. So it is Saturday, so collected the car on Friday, and now going to head off to the Christmas markets in Cheltenham. So you're going to give the Mustang another run out. So far so good, really enjoying the car. I think especially given that Le Mans 66 has just come out at the cinema, it kind of adds an even more special vibe to borrowing the Mustang, because if those of you who've seen the film, they unveil the Mustang in the film, and it's really cool. I think a lot of people, one of the common questions I get asked is, will Ford bring the Capri back? Well, I think, again, looking back in time, the Capri was the European Mustang, because the Mustang at the time didn't come to the UK or necessarily other parts of Europe. Whereas today, we're lucky enough to have the Mustang right across, you know, predominantly all the countries in the world. So the Mustang is the Capri for today, from a time when the Capri was the Mustang. So I just think it's really cool to have the Mustang in the UK. But anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let's get going. So, jumping back in the Mustang, first thing to do, start it. Got this cool start button here. We're in the automatic gearbox 10 speed. And then next, looking at the virtual cockpit, let's get that to zoom in. There we go. So we can literally go into the controls, and we can press this button here, which, let's let it focus. Here we go, the horse button, or Mustang button in this case. Go to exhaust mode, like that, press OK, and then we go down here, we can select all these settings, but racetrack's the one we want. And it sounds amazing. Driving along in 10th gear is a strange feeling, but it's a really smooth gearbox, and it's really cool. And again, I say this virtual cockpit is just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, big fan of this car. Economy is reasonable with the 5-litre V8, but there is the 2.3 EcoBoost option as an alternative if you would prefer. Similar engine to the Focus RS, but slightly detuned, with a little over 300 horsepower, but more than enough for modern driving. Puts a smile on your face all the time, this car. Driving this car is just a really cool place to sit, place to be. I think the V8 sounds superb, and I just think driving a modern classic, the amount of attention and looks you get in this car is just superb. People seem to really enjoy the car, really like the car. You get the thumbs up when you're driving along, and I just think it's a great car. And coming out to the Cotswolds, it's just superb. It's a really great place to be. The 5-litre really packs a punch with 0 to 60 in a little over 4 seconds and 450 brake from the new uprated engine in the 2018 style car. This is a fantastic alternative to some of the BMW M cars, the Mercedes AMG, and I think for me, because of my passion and association with Ford, this could be a great daily driver for me to take. Also, when you want to put the power down, it's absolutely there on tap. The 10-speed box kicks down from 10th gear down to 4th gear, and we are off. I can't say how impressed I am with this car. When I had the 2.3 EcoBoost in the summer, I was really impressed by that car, but I think the V8 just, you know, when you want the boasting rights down the pub, this is the one you want. and it's essentially a brand new car. This car's travelled just 61 miles, and I've done over 30 of those. So yeah, it's so cool. It's such a privilege to have a car like this. It's still got that brand new smell as well, which you cannot beat. The stereo system, which we can't really show you any music because of the way YouTube works, but the stereo system is a Bang & Olufsen system, and I can tell you now, it sounds absolutely superb. Knocks spots off the Bose and the Porsche, and I would definitely recommend that. Would I buy one? Yes, I would. I think for me, it would have to be the Need for Green colour or a Bullet. I think a Bullet Mustang with the Recaro seats would be an absolutely fantastic choice for a daily. And again, harping back to that heritage, also the Steve McQueen car was JJZ109, if memory serves me correctly, the number plate. Well, some of you may or may not know, I actually bought a number plate last year, which is JBZ982, which is because I'm JB, and also because my birthday was 1982. So wouldn't it be wicked if I got a Bullet Mustang with JBZ982 in black? I just think that would be cool with the number plates, and it would really hark back to that Steve McQueen film Bullet in the late 60s, early 70s. Smiles for miles, this car is awesome. A lot of people have said, you know, why would you potentially change the 911 for a Mustang? Well, the answer is simple, really. I think value for money, this car comes in at just over £42,000. The equivalent 911 is going to cost you over double that. So value for money, the Mustang really is unrivaled in its class. I would suggest getting a pure thoroughbred muscle car for £42,000 and a bit. Somebody take my money.
Proceed 3 miles on the current road.
So, sync system is absolutely fantastic. I always like this with my Focus RSs. So we can use the controls here, so we can use the audio, which selects the radios or anything else you might want. Climate control, you've got full settings here, so you can adjust everything as you see fit, the blower speed, the temperature. We've got dual climate in here. You can pair your phone, so quite easily connect up your phone, look at your text messages, so much you can do. Sat nav as well, which is really good, really easy to use. You can also use your Apple apps as well, so it's got Apple CarPlay, which is really good. And then you've got all your settings, so it's just really easy to use. You don't need to read the manual or anything. It's just really easy to kind of adapt to. Got some cool retro-esque buttons here. So this is your hazards, which are quite cool. The start stop, as I touched on earlier. Got the volume and how to tune the radio as well. These air vents, which are quite funky. And the iconic Mustang badging here. What's interesting is with the top of the dashboard, you notice here with the top and here, they're actually the same, and that's because the dashboard is interchangeable, which I think the first car that I know of that did that from a manufacturing perspective was the Rover SD1. So it's interesting that they've got that technology here across from the UK and obviously the US cars. Also, this one features Bang & Olufsen stereo system, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh, and this. Another nice feature is these cup holders here, which are really good, and then you've got the cigarette lighter, or cigarette ashtray here, I should say, which is quite cool. And then plenty of storage under here, USB. Something else that I found when playing in the menus was this. So check this out, my colour, you can create the colour that you want the ambient lighting. So literally, just trying to pick that up. we can select it to, I'm going to go for pink. Pink and pink. So let's go back. So now everything in the interior lights up pink. So ruby red in the sun just looks absolutely fantastic. Such a pretty looking car. So good. I love these new nostrils that the later cars have got. The front also differs, so the front is slightly lower than the previous model, and the lights, they come back instead of going up, which were on the original model. But that is a pretty looking car, isn't it? So we've now changed the colour, so you can see purpley pink colour, and also the ambient lighting in here is now purple, whereas it was blue, which I just think is really, really cool. And now I'm going to show you, oh look, purple. Now I'm going to show you one of my coolest favourite features on this car. So this is really when you start to see the size of the Mustang when you're in a confined space like this. It's really tight. It's just been manoeuvring around this multi-story. I didn't film it all because God, you had to breathe in at some spots to get through, but you can see how tight it is in a confined space just as we're going through here, look. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to do that every day, I'm not gonna lie. But on the flip side, I would want to hear that V8 every day. Sounds amazing. One of the features I love inside is this, heated seats, but also cooling seats. And as you can see, you've got 3 settings on each of them. But in the summer, particularly, this is a really great feature, having the AC on the seats as well. It's just a cool touch. And here is the belly of the beast. This amazing Vanilla Ice 5.0 5-litre V8. What an absolute beast. Love this. And this thing really makes some noise. 450 horsepower, and you feel every bit of it. So I'm really sad to say that the weekend is over and I've just had to drop the Mustang back, but not before having a bit more of a look around this amazing Raptor. I want to say a huge thank you to Bristol Street Motors for lending me the Mustang. The guys have been absolutely amazing, and the service that I've received has been absolutely first class. I cannot recommend these guys enough. I've put a link in the bio to the deals that they've got on these Mustangs at the moment. They're absolutely fantastic. And we've just had a conversation and we might have struck up a deal on something really exciting. It would be my dream spec car. So if the guys here can pull it off, there will be a new addition coming to my garage very, very soon. So thank you again to the team here. You've been absolutely amazing. Let that go by. And let me know what you think in the comments. Should I buy a Ford Mustang? And if I should, which one should I buy? Or is there another Ford in the Ford range that you think I should buy instead? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers, guys.